Frank Martin stands no chance of beating Gervonta Davis. He just doesn't, fam. I'm sorry. To any Frank Martin fans out there, I don't know any. Me personally, I've never met a Frank Martin fan in my life. So I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that any Frank Martin fans or anybody rooting for Frank Martin are either one, Tank Davis haters, or two, Devin Haney fans. But why do I say that? Why do I believe that Ballpark Frank has a snowball's chance in hell of defeating Gervonta Davis? It's not because Gervonta Davis is levels above Frank Martin. And it's not because Frank Martin lacks experience, or simply put, Frank Martin isn't an elite fighter. Sure, all of those things factor in, but this is boxing, okay? Anything could happen. But the main reason I believe that Frank Martin stands no chance, it's because of these guys. For the viewers that don't know who these dudes in the picture are, these guys are the LDBC, the Lions Den Boxing Club. They make terrible content, okay? Horrible content. So if you like bad boxing content, go subscribe to the LDBC. But you might be asking yourself, "Whoa, dog boxing. What does the LDBC have to do with Frank Martin winning his fight versus Gervonta Davis?" Well, I'm gonna show you that here in a minute. But before I get into my first receipt or show proof of why any fighter these guys get behind loses, I want you guys to understand something about me. I'm a very superstitious man. I believe in karma and that the universe has a plan. And from these guys' track record, these dudes are bad luck, man. If these guys pick them, any fighter these guys pick, you best believe that fighter's losing. Okay? And without no further ado, let's get into my first receipt. So, fighter number one, Deontay Wilder. Now, I'm not sure how long the LDBC had Deontay Wilder as their king, but all I know is that when it became real relevant that these dudes or Deontay Wilder was like Shaka Zulu to these guys, was after the second fight between Gypsy King versus the Bronze Bomber. Remember, Deontay Wilder came out and said that his suit was too heavy, and that's why he lost to Tyson Fury. And then this cat named Young Pharaoh came out and claimed that Tyson Fury had floppy gloves and egg weights, and Mark Breland set him up by spiking his water. He even called the referee a crab in a bucket referee, and all this stuff. Now, whether any of this stuff is true or not, it's kind of neither here or there. The point I'm trying to make is that once these guys got behind Deontay Wilder, he has never been the same. He still hasn't recovered. The guy's lost his last 3 out of 4 fights. Moving right along, though. Second example, Errol Spence. The LDBC were huge nut huggers for Errol Spence. I mean, they love them some of Earl's dirty draws. I remember these guys making up fake narratives on my man Terrence Bud Crawford. For years, these guys would just make shit up as they went along. saying that saying that Terrence Crawford was ducking and running from Errol Spence. Y'all remember that derogatory term, top rank Toby, to disrespect Bud? Where do you think it came from? You goddamn right, the LDBC. Yes, the LDBC, a LDBC channel by the name BFTB. And you know the worst part about this is that this guy refused to eat crow after Bud cooked Errol. But you best believe, man, I think the reason why Errol Spence got beat up so bad was because of these LDBC channels. Because of their propaganda and their fraudulent ways. You think these fighters don't be on YouTube watching and listening to these channels? They listen. I think they listen, and Bud Crawford's no exception. He was listening to all these LDBC channels talking bad about Bud, and he took it out on Errol Spence. So therefore, there's my second receipt and proof to you guys that a big reason why Errol Spence got beat up the way he did was because of the LDBC. Third example, Cool Boy Stephen Fulton. Before the slow learning boxing community got behind Cool Boy Steph, Fulton was on a hell of a roll, man. He won. He was undefeated. 21 wins, no losses, okay? Performances were great. You know what I'm saying? This kid had all the potential and still does, right? Phenomenal wins over Daniel Roman and Brandon Figueroa. Bro, I'm telling you, Cool Boy Steph was looking like he was on his way. But here come these mouth breathers. You know what I'm saying? The LGBTQ, TC, LGBT. Stephen Fulton just, guess what happens? He gets beat from pillar to post, man, by the monster Inoue. Y'all starting to see a pattern? Last but not least, got a bonus for you guys. Latest victim of the LDBC curse, Devin the Dream Haney, has turned into a nightmare. Devin Haney was fine, man, down there beating up the little guys on Jojo Diaz and George Kambosos. Can't even say he beat up Lomachenko because Lomachenko won that fight, in my opinion. But as soon as here come these butter biscuit laptop revolutionaries, get behind him, and guess what? Boom, he loses a fight. You know, these guys are cursed, bro. I'm telling you. And I'm already knowing what I'm gonna hear in the comment section. Oh, Deontay Wilder was cheated, and Devin Haney was also cheated. But you're still proving my point. You see, anybody that these dudes get behind, a curse follows, bad luck follows. And June 15th will be no different. Now I was thinking, man, poor Frank, he's already fighting an uphill battle. He's obviously the clear underdog. He's not as experienced. He's not as seasoned as Tank. He's not as powerful. He's none of that. So when I seen this video pop up on my feed, I thought, oh, hell no. Dude, Frank Martin is already fighting an uphill battle with the anchor wrapped around his ass. Last thing he needs was the support from the slow learning boxing community behind him. It's over. I'm sorry. But hey, man, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Let me know. Am I on to something? Am I reaching? I'm just thinking out loud, man. But anyways, that's all I got for this one. And once again, this has been your boy O Dog boxing in the mouth. This bitch.